And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And he said, The Lord came from Sinai, and rose up from Seir unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran. And he came with 10,000s of saints. From his right hand went a fiery law for them. Behold, I am sending an angel before you to protect you along the way and to bring you to the place I have prepared. Mount Sinai was completely enveloped in smoke, because the Lord had descended on it in fire. And the smoke rose like the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mountain quaked violently. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. These things serve as illustrations, for the women represent two covenants. One covenant is from Mount Sinai and bears children into slavery. This is Hagar. The chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai. In the holy place, God came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran. Salah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. O God, when thou wentest forth before thy people, when thou didst march through the wilderness, Salah. These words the Lord spake unto all your assembly in the mount out of the midst of the fire, of the cloud, and of the thick darkness, with a great voice, and he added no more. And he wrote them in 2 tables of stone, and delivered them unto me, who have received the law by the disposition of angels, and have not kept it. But if the ministration of death, written and engraven in stones, was glorious, so that the children of Israel could not steadfastly behold the face of Moses for the glory of his countenance, which glory was to be done away. For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse, for it is written, Cursed is every one that continueth not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them. You have made them to be a kingdom and priests to serve our God, and they will reign upon the earth. 11 Then I looked, and I heard the voices of many angels, and living creatures and elders encircling the throne, and their number was myriads of myriads and thousands of thousands. 12 In a loud voice they were saying, Worthy is the Lamb, who was slain, to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing. This is the blessing that Moses the man of God pronounced on the Israelites before his death. And make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. And Jacob called unto his sons, and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. And he led them out as far as to Bethany. And he lifted up his hands, and blessed them. Then the children of Judah came unto Joshua in Gilgal, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite said unto him, Thou knowest the thing that the Lord said unto Moses the man of God concerning me and thee in Kadesh-barnea. And it came to pass, after many days, that the Lord said unto me, Arise, go to Euphrates, and take the girdle from thence, which I commanded thee to hide there. And there came a man of God unto Eli, and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, Did I plainly appear unto the house of thy father, when they were in Egypt in Pharaoh's house? And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. I thought it good to show the signs and wonders that the high God hath wrought toward me. He delivereth and rescueth, and he worketh signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who hath delivered Daniel from the power of the lions. And the 7 angels came out of the temple, having the 7 plagues, clothed in pure and white linen, and having their breasts girded with golden girdles. And I saw the 7 angels which stood before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets, and cried with a loud voice, as when a lion roareth, and when he had cried, 7 thunders uttered their voices. And I beheld, and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, 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 to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the 3 angels, which are yet to sound. The second woe is past, and, behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And the 7th angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven, from the throne, saying, It is done. And one of the 4 beasts gave unto the 7 angels 7 golden vials full of the wrath of God, who liveth forever and ever. I saw in heaven another great and marvelous sign, 7 angels with the 7 last plagues, because with them God's wrath is completed. And the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before God, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. 2 Kings chapter 6 verses 16 to 18, Deuteronomy chapter 33 verse 2, Exodus chapter 23 verse 20, Exodus chapter 19 verse 18, Daniel 7 to 9, Galatians chapter 4 verse 24, Psalm chapter 68 verse 17, Habakkuk chapter 3 verse 3, Psalm chapter 68 verse 7, Deuteronomy chapter 5 verse 22, Acts chapter 7 verse 53, 2 Corinthians 3 to 7, 9, Galatians chapter 3 verse 10, Revelations 5:11, Deuteronomy chapter 33 verse 1, Genesis chapter 27 verses 4, 27 to 29, Genesis chapter 49 verses 1, 28, Luke 24:50, 51, Joshua chapter 14 verse 6, Jeremiah chapter 13 verse 6, 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 27, Revelation chapter 12 verses 1 to 3, Daniel chapter 4 verses 2, 3, Daniel 6:27, Revelation chapter 15 verse 6, Revelation chapter 8 verses 2, 6, Revelation chapter 10 verse 3, Revelation chapter 8 verse 13, Revelation chapter 11 verse 14, Revelation 16:17-21, Revelation chapter 15 verse 7, Revelation chapter 15 verse 1, Revelation chapter 16 verse 19, Revelation chapter 14 verses 10, 19.